What is the Matrix? There are amazing parallels from this movie that I want to explore in this lesson. In the movie, The Matrix was a computer-generated world where people existed only as digital representations of themselves. However, in the real world, the people were asleep and connected to the Matrix. Now, in our world, there are also two parallels that we must recognize. There is the spiritual realm and there is the natural realm. Although we live in the natural realm, most Christians are completely oblivious to the higher reality and dimension that is the spiritual or supernatural realm. Since most Christians are oblivious to this realm, they are actually spiritually asleep. They exist to operate exclusively in the natural realm, which is a parallel of what the Bible calls the Cosmos World System. This is the natural physical realm where, according to 2 Corinthians 4:4, Satan, like the machines in the movie, is the ruler. But for those who have been awakened to the spiritual dimension and see the global conflict presently happening in our world and intensifying, God has given us the ministry of reconciliation. Like the Matrix, our job is to now wake up as many believers and even unbelievers as possible from their spiritual sleep. But the Matrix, that is, the Cosmos World System under Satan's control, makes this difficult. Make no mistake, presently, Satan controls virtually all the levers of power and all the megaphones of communication, that is, the news media and social media and so forth. In fact, he controls all the mountains of culture, including government, business, education, media, art and entertainment, science and technology, religion, and he's trying to control the family. From these mountains of culture, Satan is able to program, influence, and control every human being on planet Earth, including most Christians. Only those believers who have reprogrammed their minds to think in line with the Bible have been awakened and quite naturally see the world very differently from everyone else, including the average Christian and even the average spiritual leader. In the scene where Morpheus introduces Neo to the concept of the Matrix, he makes some very interesting statements. Let's look at them again.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice. Tumbling down the rabbit hole?
You could say that.
I can see it in your eyes. You have the look of a man who accepts what he sees because he is expecting to wake up. Ironically, this is not far from the truth.
When you talk to the average Christian, they are oblivious to the spiritual battle that is raging around them. They are spiritually asleep and expect to wake up and see that it was all a dream.
Do you believe in fate, Neo?
No,
Why not?
because I don't like the idea that I'm not in control of my life.
I know exactly what you mean.
Although he didn't believe in fate and wanted to be in control of his life, as long as he was hardwired into the Matrix, he was not in control of his life. Similarly, the person who is hardwired into the Cosmos World System is also not in control of their life. They are being controlled by Satan through the incredible influence exerted upon them through the mountains of culture, that is, news media, social media, arts and entertainment, education, government, etc. All these things have a way of converging upon the mind of a person, thereby causing them to conform to the Cosmos World System.
Let me tell you why you're here. You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life, that there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. It is this feeling that has brought you to me. Do you know what I'm talking about?
The Matrix.
Do you want to know what it is? The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. You can see it when you look out your window or when you turn on your television. You can feel it when you go to work, when you go to church, when you pay your taxes. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth.
What truth?
That you are a slave, Neo. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind.
It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. What truth? That you are a slave. Like everyone else, you were born into bondage, born into a prison that you cannot smell or taste or touch. A prison for your mind. Just like the movie, the Cosmos World System completely surrounds you. You are inundated with it every day. It is everywhere, and you can't escape it. You encounter it when you watch TV, listen to your favorite song, watch the news, or get on social media. When you go to school, you are surrounded by it, and you can't even escape it when you go to church. You were born into this bondage, and even though you may have been born again, you are still a slave of this system, and you don't even know it. You are a slave that has been given the illusion of choice. But as long as you are wired into the system, make no mistake about it, to one degree or another, it controls you. Yes, the Matrix, that is the Cosmos World System, controls you because it controls what you think.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
I pray that you would be awakened and that God would open your eyes to the Cosmos World System under Satan's control so you can see it for yourself. Beloved, as my eyes have been progressively opened over the years, I was amazed to see the number of Christians completely asleep and oblivious, not to mention those who have rejected truth and have received strong delusion and perhaps unknowingly aligned themselves with God's enemy. But what was most alarming to me is the number of quote-unquote spiritual leaders who are completely asleep in the Matrix, many well-known and popular. This is alarming because of the number of people that they lead and influence. If the spiritual leader is asleep in the Matrix, what chance does the average believer have?
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
The blue pill signifies a choice. It is a choice to be willfully ignorant. The Bible says, "My people perish for a lack of knowledge." Said another way, my people are destroyed because of their ignorance. Taking the blue pill has destroyed countless millions of lives. Christians are destroyed every day because of the blue pill that is willful ignorance. But there is a group of believers that are praying for you, that you would be awakened from your spiritual sleep and slumber, and from the delusion of the enemy. The red pill. I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Hopefully, these lessons, while perhaps entertaining, are a red pill experience for you. My desire and prayer is to awaken as many believers as possible so that you can see the real war, align yourselves properly, and begin to fight. But I have to tell you that once you are awakened and your mind is renewed, you will be forever spoiled for religion and church as usual. You will no longer want those things because you will see that they are systems in the matrix, that is, the Cosmos World System. Then you will be forced to exit from religion and church as usual and enter into the kingdom.